We got lids everywhere. There are so many lids. What have I done to deserve all these lids? Good morning, everyone. How are you? I hadn't done a French press in a minute, so I thought I would go through the motions and maybe do a French press and see if I can remember how to do it. I did have to look up a ratio. It's a 1 to 12, which is 1 gram of coffee is 12 milliliters of water, that sort of thing. And since grams equal milliliters number-wise, we can measure it out right here. So if we do, guys, 6 Ross needs nurses. He needs a sitter tonight. I have not worked at the OSU Medical Center on the switchboard for how many years? My gosh, I worked at MI for 5.5. I took a year off quitting the OSU job, and I'm still getting text messages from nurses' stations because you had to be part of, I'm gonna do about 30 grams. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll do 350 grams of water, 350 milliliters of water here. So, but yeah, I haven't worked at OSU for 7 years. I'm still getting text messages from them. You had to put yourself on a list when you worked, and I was a manager, so when I was a manager there, put yourself on different lists so that you can monitor stuff, and if there's a problem, you can go back and actually see if there's a problem with the text messages being sent, because they'll tell you, I sent a text message at this point, and this person didn't get it. And then you would look at like the emergency ones like that or something similar, and you'd be like, well, no, I got the text message at this time that you sent it. They're either lying to you or there's something wrong with their phone. And the reason you jump to the first conclusion of lying is because that happened a lot. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed at how often residents didn't want to do residents' work. We're going to do it a coarse grind. I'm going to do it a fairly deep course, I think, for a French press. Take the lid off. I got a paddle because we're going to stir a little bit when we get done. So let's splits. Yep, that did it. Okay. Yeah, so periodically, so good. So chocolatey smelling. Periodically, I will still get those. And no static, thank you, spritzing. And yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, seems about right. Okay, water is boiling. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. Yeah, it's just really weird. I'll get text messages still. It's mainly, people requesting nurses, so people needing fill time or somebody's sick and they need to cover. So they'll broadcast it out in a page that goes to all the nursing pagers and even the doctor's pagers, I think, to some extent. I don't know how much that's changed. It doesn't look like anything has changed. The nomenclature is still there. It's still the same that it was 7 years ago. And that didn't change much while I was there at all anyway for the 4.5 years. So yeah, it was, it's really, really funny to get those text messages still. And I don't think they'll ever go away, and that's fine. They're not a big deal. They don't bother me, the phone buzzes, I look down, oh, look at that. And then, that's the end of it. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me. That's a joke. It really doesn't bother me. I went to get the mail. Mail's not there yet. As I was rounding the corner, the mail guy came like a bat out of hell into the complex and beelined it right for the mailboxes. So that'll be another half hour, 45 minutes. The sorting takes a while. I mean, it is a big box. It's a big box that serves the phase 1, and then he goes to the other side of the clubhouse, and there's a big box there that serves phase 2. I really miss hand-delivered mail. And you know what? That was always a fantasy. That never happened. Growing up, we had a mailbox down at the bottom of our hill off of the main township road. And we always go down to the mailbox, and the hill was like this getting down there. And then he had to build steps into the side of the hill in order to get down onto the dirt road. And then to get onto the dirt road, you had to jump from the last step over the ditch, which is a fairly deep ditch, across onto the street. And then you had to make sure nobody was coming up in an old Ford pickup truck that they could barely see out the windshield of because it was covered in bugs and rock chips. And then you go get the mail and you make your way back up the hill. It was a pretty big hill, about like what, 30 yards of hill maybe to climb back up to get to the house. So it's a fantasy to have the mail carrier bring it up and put your letters in a mailbox by your door. That was always the fantasy. And I was kind of hoping when we bought this house that was going to be a thing. They put in mailboxes, one giant big mailbox for the southern part of the condo community. So, which is fine because you see how you get to walk to your mail and get your mail and take it home. So, I mean, that's fine. And it's not like we're worried about anything in the neighborhood. So the lids are covering up my pot holder. They put you back in the lid drawer. Maybe give you a wash and then put you in the lid drawer. I don't know. We'll see how good you are at the end of the day. All right. It's about 4 minutes, the instruction said. And it's really interesting because they're like, I went over. I actually read some instructions that said, when you're blooming coffee, you always want to double the amount of water you put in for coffee. So if you have 30 grams of coffee in there, you put 60 milliliters of water in, or 60 grams of water. And then you let that soak for about, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And then you continue to pour up to where you need to be. I didn't know, or I'd never heard that was the thing. I knew it wasn't a large amount of water, but it's the first time I'd ever heard an actual ratio being put forth. So if you do 30 grams of coffee, you want to put in, 500, deal with it, that's fine. I meant to put in 350, and I continued to speak. So we will let it sit in here and extract for a little while. Give it a nice little stir. I don't know. We don't need strong coffee, do we? Not all the time. Not every time. Went to this wonderful place, and I'm going to pull it up here. Cocinamos.740 on the Instagrams. They're in Delaware, and they do a lot of different pastries. I have a couple pastries over here. Let me go get them. We went there yesterday because they were doing. Normally, I think they're open normally on Mondays, but they decided to do it on Labor Day. So they had pastries. This is a cat that just went to the bathroom, didn't you? Yeah, you did. You can't fool me. You just went to the bathroom. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where that happened. You pain in the ass. This is a key lime turnover, which I have not tasted yet. I'm very excited for that. This is going to be my lunch, however. This is a pot pie, or tart, or whatever. It was just a pot pie. It's got chicken and peas and gravy in it, and I'm going to put it in the air fryer on bake for maybe like 2-3 minutes to get it warmed up. But yeah, so there's chicken, and it's a pot pie, and it's just flaky pastry crust, and I'm so excited for that. Oh my gosh. That'll be lunch today, which means I don't know if I want to eat this or not. But so we went there for it was late. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, kind of brunch kind of thing. And I had too much sugar. I got French toast. I will say the French toast, delicious, absolutely fantastic. It was a great French toast, and I need a glass. We'll use the Ractigino mug. But it was delicious. But it was a tiramisu. I don't think there was any coffee in the cream at all. It was not spectacular. The cream wasn't. The French toast, though, was absolutely fantastic. It was buttery. It was eggy. It was just delicious. It was so good. But then, I don't know, it was a little disappointed in how the cream tasted. The cream didn't taste, and they slopped it on. There was so much cream on that thing, and then 2 piddly strawberries on each one, which is a little annoying. You can fill up the mug with this. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Not too much, though. There we go. Let it cool down just a little bit. Frothy. Probably shouldn't be that frothy. But, and then he had waffles, and the waffle had scrambled eggs, wine-cured bacon, which I think is a little too much. And it's a Latin-themed restaurant, or a Latin-owned bakery and coffee house. So they had the nice big chunk of fried white cheese on it. Cheese was delicious and salty. I had the French toast, and whereas the French toast itself was delicious, there was just way too much of that whatever cream sauce thing that they put on there. So I had a sugar overload yesterday, and I really didn't come out of it feeling very good. I hadn't had that amount of sugar in a very long time. Very long time being relative to like, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Yeah, about 4 weeks, I think. I haven't had that much sugar. So, but, you know, you move on, you keep going. So this is a key lime turnover. It's got a pale green color to it, it looks like. Let's see. That's lovely. Oh, I love key lime. Oh my gosh, key lime pie is my favorite. The pastry cream in this is so limey, and and the flaky pastry itself is just so buttery. Well, it's about an hour on the elliptical today, and I'll continue to lift weights. I have been actually losing a little bit of weight. Not a great deal, a little bit. Since I started the Ozempic, I said that's not going to be my weight loss. My weight loss is going to be through doing exercise. So I've been doing exercise 5 days a week. I've been down there on the treadmill, on the elliptical, doing between 30 minutes and 50 minutes, depending on the video I'm watching while we're doing it. And then I'll do a series of, I've gotten up to the point where I can do, I don't know what the official term would be called, but they're like sit-ups, but I have my feet anchored because I can't lay flat on my back and pull myself up for whatever reason. Probably just because my core sucks. So I've got my legs held down and I'm doing sit-ups, and I've gotten up to about 10 reps 4 times. And to the point where it doesn't hurt anymore. So, because I would wake up and I'd be sore. And I'd started getting weird cramping in the sides of my muscles in my stomach. It was really weird. But I just count that towards doing those. And then we've got weights down there, so I've been doing weight bench stuff, that arm curls and presses and butterflies and that kind of a thing, just trying to get myself to lose weight. So that, and it seems to be working. It's a slow process. It's going to be a slow process, but it is working, and I do feel a lot better than I did before. Oh God, I feel so much better now. That's so good. It's such a great coffee. Oh gosh, it tastes so good through the French press. I've not had this through the French press before. And is that Don Nahal, or is that? No, that's CVS. CVS is texting me now. If it's not Don Hall, it's CVS. That French press really makes it nice and mellow and smooth, and you get a really good hit of the cocoa and almond. But this goes great with pastry. Yay, pastry! I've been so good for the past 4 weeks. You know, it's just sometimes you just can't. I know there are people stronger than me that can do it, and I just feel, you know, I will do the best I can with what I have, but every once in a while, you gotta have a hot dog. You know, every once in a while, you gotta have French toast. You know, you just. I'm not looking to gain muscle. I'm looking to lose weight. So, and I'm looking to get rid of this high blood sugar thing. So, I mean, every once in a while, I don't see the problem. I'm sure other people will. I don't. Anyway, thank you for watching today. I'll do the French press tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some of that Twin Sun tiramisu in the French press tomorrow. That'd be fun. It just makes this taste really good. Even though my ratio is completely off, I had a game plan. And I messed it up. Oh well, it'll be okay. I really need to take some cleaner to this countertop. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. Check out, I'll link their Instagram, and if you're local to the Columbus area, you should definitely go. We'd not been there before, and it's a really great place. The pastries are fantastic. Okay, we will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you have a good day and a good evening. I'll see you later. Bye.